yes. Man, life is great. How's everything going with y'all? God damn it. Well, I want to talk about some shit. I want to talk about my childhood. I want to talk about. Actually, let's just start with my childhood. Because I had a fucking great childhood. I'm very serious. I mean, it was full of family and fun. And I'm talking about my mother was so religious, she didn't let us go outside of the front yard. So we had to make all our fun up between us as kids, and it had to be in the house or in the backyard or sometimes in the front yard. But that shit wasn't no hamper to us having fun because we were very imaginative. And then we didn't have no goddamn money, so, we made up all the shit we did. And we had a lot of goddamn fun, but holidays was actually the best. Because my mom could seriously throw down. My mother and brother died. They was dying at the same time. And when they ended up dying, they died 29 days apart. And 1 year later, my sister passed. I'm not saying that so you can feel sorry for me, because, it was time and I accept that. But what I'm saying it for is that, my life is no different than yours. It's how we handle it that, significantly shows a difference. Because I love my family. And I learned all I know as far as being a person of character and a man from my parents. I got a lot of shit from the streets added to being a parent, but the basic shit, integrity, motherfuckers don't say shit that they don't mean he gonna do, and it ain't too much you can't do. All that shit is in me. Now, I hope you don't get as old as me before you realize nothing's free. You can't, well, you can. You can treat yourself or you can cheat yourself. And if you make the wrong choice, there's going to be a fee. Now, that's where you get charged. And you get charged because you never know which one you doing. You just doing shit. See, the time is right for the fucking stragglers, all you stragglers, for you guys that refuse to catch up with life. You want to blame everything on your mom. You're under 20, but you're over 18, and your motherfucking ass still talking about moms owe you. All that kind of bullshit is really sickening. Moms don't owe you shit. They owed you, moms and pops. And they did what they're supposed to do, brought you up, you got grown, but you still want to be a little punk, but you want to be talking about you shouldn't be having to deal with what moms and pops say, but you living in their crib. You ain't paying no motherfucking bills. So you should, because you grown, you should be able to do what you want to do. Motherfucker, you acting like a little kid. So your ass should be treated like a kid. That's how moms see it. That's how pops see it. If you're acting like a kid, you're going to get treated like a kid. If you're acting like an adult, watch and see how the difference between you and moms and pops or whoever's having problems, how the difference comes. If you live up to what you're supposed to do, then you cool. See, the university is popping. is popping with new students. I'm telling you, I got several things that I got to do, but there's one thing I keep thinking, and I don't know. I don't know why I keep tripping, but I just keep thinking that. And you know what that is? I gotta fucking do my best. I do. I gotta do my best. Every one of them, I want to do my best. Every one of them, I want to do my best. But that third one, put my skills to the test. There's a fourth thing I got to do too. So what I'm saying is, I got several things to do, but that one thing that I keep thinking is that I just have happened to be doing it, but I keep thinking I got to do my motherfucking best. That's the third thing that I got to do. I put my motherfucking skills to the test. So as I prepare for my daily events, I got to keep all my moves up to date and current. See, I'm on it 24/7, 365. Now, why am I saying this stuff? You know I'm on it. I'm saying this stuff because it is not an accident. It's something that I purposely do because I'm a winning type of person. And if you want to be a winning type of person, you can't put shit off. Or you can if you want to, but it's not good to put shit off. You're supposed to be dealing with shit head on as it happens. Now, what I'm saying is if you got a gang of money and you satisfied with what you're doing, I mean, you don't win, but it puts you in a good position to win. Now, if you have a gang of money and you aren't fully satisfied with what you're doing, would you still feel that was winning? See, we can't eliminate money from this equation, but does it mean more than your happiness? I remember a brother I grew up with, his name was Tim Williams, may he rest in peace. But when he woke up, he changed his name to Malik. We used to call him Big Head Tim. Because that motherfucker had a big head. He had a big ass motherfucking head. But this motherfucker was the smartest motherfucker in the school district. Not the school. The school district. He did all the educational shit. You know, higher education and stuff. But in the end, he decided that money wasn't his trip. And he moved to a Hawaiian island and he grew his food and he lived without the constraints of money. Now, he came to the States or whatever you want to call it a few times. We seen it every time he was happy, blah, blah, blah. He was Malik, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm saying is, what's fucked up is he passed for some shit that, could have been handled. Now, of course, they didn't know about it. So it was something they couldn't handle because they didn't know about it. But my point is the smartest and the absolute bum think the same shit. They want the simplest life possible. They just go about it in different ways. The early bird catches the worm. The motherfucking eagle always catches his prey. And a cat is the best mousetrap. Real men make real women. I mean, I ain't had a fight since I was anointed a real pimp. Because real Abba Dabba always plays past sucker shit. Now, words I live by are the words that come out my mouth and you get to hear. Now, you don't have to live by them, but I do. That's why I live as I profess. Sidewalk University's lowest payment plan is something that'll work for you. You'll especially be able to afford it when those goddamn, close to you start telling you or asking you, what the hell are you doing? Something is different about you. They're going to ask you that. You'll grin to yourself and have pride because you're doing something about being a Charlie or a Delta man. You're becoming an alpha man. So, you got to think it and do it. As the dust clears, once again, you'll see I've proved ain't no game like real game. If your ass really got some game, I'm proud of you. But you can't claim it and you ain't got it. Think it, do it. Now you know. Any old nigga I played with in the streets would talk more shit, play and have more game in one of his molds than any motherfucker out there. Any one of you techno pimping motherfuckers of this 21st century. Not all you motherfuckers out there is like this. Some of you motherfuckers is real. But all of you who are gameless, I just wish you would sit down and quit trying to mess up things for them motherfuckers that's real. And you motherfucking gurus that ain't got no game, I wish you would sit down and cut out that red pill, hate a bitch, all this old goddamn shit. I don't subscribe to women are the cause of all my goddamn problems. I don't believe that shit. I don't believe none of that goddamn shit I be hearing these motherfuckers, when they call for coaching, they be telling me they's on this and that shit. They can't touch themselves. Just stupid shit. But if that's what you believe, that's what you believe. It just shows you gameless. Do you guys even look at your sons or their future? I know there are many of you motherfuckers who have sons and you don't even see their future. Your 2-year-old son will be wearing skirts and panties. Not because they're gay, but because society will eventually say there is no difference between men and women. And if you're one of those motherfucking parents who will not accept what society teaches your child, you need to get at them when they're young as opposed to later. My dad, may he rest in peace, never worried about that when he looked at his boys. Sure, the times changed. They were hella different. But above that, my dad could see alpha in all his sons. Back then, it was fuck what you think. Fuck how you feel. That's what my mom and dad wouldn't say those words. But the words they would say would add up to that. Fuck what you think and fuck what you feel. Because my dad and all the dads back then knew that shit ain't going to do nothing for you except get you left behind. My dad never told me he loved me. Never, not one time. And do you think for 1 second I thought or think he didn't love me? Shit. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt my father loved all 12 of his goddamn kids, and not one of us needed him to say he loved us. And if we did need it, oh well. We all knew 2 + 2 = 4. He and my mother was together until death. Death parted them, and he made sure all his sons had the ability to believe in themselves and to be sure to have women, not a woman. I never spoke to my father about women, but kill me if I'm lying. And me and all my brothers are just like him. My Uncle Paul told me one time I was more like my pops than any of my brothers. Now, I don't think he meant my dad was a pimp or nothing. I think he meant my dad was the shit in his day. And somehow he managed to give all that to his sons. Now, I'm talking about all this stuff, and you might be wondering why I'm talking about all this stuff. Because I be thinking about this stuff. This is important shit for you to know. Because if you don't leave your son direction, oh man, he's gonna be lost. He's gonna end up making his own route, which is not necessarily a losing adventure. But if he don't put the right ingredients in his route, he's gonna end up losing in life. Now, when my uncle used to, look at us growing up, my pops, excuse me, not my uncle. My pops used to look at us. He used to always smile. And it was probably because of how much of him he saw in each one of his motherfucking sons. I mean, do you see you in your son? I mean, I ain't asking if he looks like you or have your features. I'm asking, do you see a future man in him? And if none of that is obvious yet, are you gonna make sure that your motherfucking ass, when it is time, you'll see a potential man in your son? Fellas, you gotta understand, they coming up. I mean, I get all of these emails talking about getting at women, all that kind of bullshit. But I'm telling you, you need to be getting at your boy. Women gonna come. The more your boy be a little man, they gonna see that and then know you put it in him. So that means you got man in you. Women think different than you think. Women don't think like dudes. See, sometimes women be on the line, plenty of callers, and none of you motherfucking dudes would get on the phone with them. I'm saying, your boy gonna be like that. Think about how you feel when you really think about that. You don't feel shit when you're doing it. But think about how you feel when you're really doing that goddamn shit. Do you want your boy feeling like that? I mean, even after I done called you on that shit, you still will not speak to the motherfucking women that be live on the show. I mean, they scared the shit out of all the motherfucking listeners. And all the callers that was waiting online, they all just waited till I got through talking to her. Then they went on with their little call. But when they could have popped on the line and kicked it with baby, they didn't do that. That's pitiful. What none of you motherfuckers really understand is you are not going to go anywhere in catching women if you cannot talk to them. And I was, talking to these ladies for over an hour, showing you in real time how to take conversation lightly, but be deadly serious. And not one of you could muster up the nerve to speak to these bitches. Now, they were alpha women, you could tell. And they was able to, handle the many different ways I came at them. But alpha women, as you witnessed, can be handled calmly by a real alpha man. What else do you need? I mean, what other proof do you need? Hell yeah, they was gonna dish you if you didn't come correct. But does that frighten you, little motherfuckers? See, I'm just saying that must frighten you, because if that don't frighten you, what stops you from getting at them? You heard them saying over and over how they wanted to meet and greet men, not scary ass little boys whose voices give them away. They said that shit. Carla, what's up?
Yo, what's going on, Rosebud?
Nothing,
Yeah, this
man.
is AZ from London, man.
All right, what's going on over there in London?
Yeah, man, shit popping, man. I'm just taking everything that you've been saying, you and Steve, the Dean. I've been listening to you for a while. I don't think you remember me, but a couple of months ago, I called you and said like I had some issues and was looking to get payback, and you roasted my ass, man. Like
I do remember that. I remember it. Hey, what happened with that?
You know what? You told me get to work and get to doing something.
Yeah.
Just get your head down. And I just got to work in it. So it's one of them ones I'm just elevating. I've got more money than I've ever had. People are starting to respect me. I weren't talking to my parents. Now they're making like a U-turn, I'm 40 plus years and it's the first time they start to respect, man. It's weird.
Hey, bro. Hey, I hear it in your voice, man. You feeling good. I'm glad.
Hey, yo, man, I'm feeling good. I'm dressing good, shirt, tie, everything. Everyone's just looking at me like I'm a proper boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of haters coming through, but, I'm just running over them.
Hey, deal with all of it, brother. Just like you doing, and it'll continue to be cool. Just keep yourself first.
Yeah, 100%. That's the one thing I have issue with. It's like, I think a lot of people as well, they're scared of their attention, of being the man, being the guy.
Yeah, but if you want to be the star, you got to know you on stage.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. You got to perform.
Hey, that's right. Hey, what you got anything in particular you called about?
Yeah, so I'm out here and I don't really have that much time on my hands to actually go through the course per se. So I don't know if it's easier for me to just buy. Is it the platinum? Which one's the one that's like $500?
Hey, that's diamond. But what I'm saying is, diamond is for people who feel that they don't need me to push them. But I'm telling you, man, you do need it. You need me to push you. You're not gonna do what you're supposed to do like you're supposed to do it. If I'm not pushing you, you ain't gonna do it. You're gonna halfway do it.
You know what? I'm not scared of having you pushing me. I'm not scared of.
Well, get the let me see. I got gold. Get the platinum.
Get the platinum. All right, then I'll do that.
Do that, man, and then let me know it's you, man. We'll kick it.
But I've been trying to call you, but I don't know if I got the right number. I've been calling several times, so I don't know if you're not recognizing the fact that I'm calling from the UK, like it's
They always start with 44, man. So I kind of recognize that. But if that's the case, call me again or whatever, and let's hook it up.
All right, then. All right, bro, man.
Be cool.
Respect, man. Respect.
You know it. Hey, you guys, any of you, get with me, man. Quit talking about what you want to do and what you gonna do. You got to get with me. So, as far as wanting to meet men, these bros be saying, they want to meet men, and they're saying this, and you hearing it, but you don't get on the phone to meet them. I don't know why, but they cracked on your voices. They they cracked them a lot of shit on that particular show. But by no means am I like vouching for them women, other than they definitely strong women as far as you can't bring bullshit to them. But not in they ain't strong women in the fucked up way women talk about being strong today. They strong because they just say they strong. Anything happen, they break down and start crying. But they strong. They strong, in the sense these women know what they want. They take care of their daily personal needs themselves. And they only want a man for what a man and a woman have for each other. Now that's some real shit. Now if you can't stand a bitch saying that, then you weak. You weak. That's all it is to it. You can't stand a bitch saying, I don't need you like that. I mean, I cream when they say that. See, SWU is a real school if you want to learn. Some of my partners said they felt my audience would be better suited to kick it with them women. And I don't really fully agree. I don't, agree because my audience is just as afraid of women as all the other dudes are. I know there are motherfucking, alumni who, rise to the occasion. And some dudes, that arise because they, think correctly. But they don't call that much. I really want those of you who have not bought my course to speak up. I can't express it to you enough. Silence is what's killing you. It takes real confidence to do what we did. I never relied on anything except me in the game. You young dudes rely on everything except your own ability to spit it. I'm telling you, you need my course now more than ever. You think because you brave enough to do shit that mean you're confident? No. What's wrong in most cases mean you're a fool or arrogant. Confidence is knowing what you're thinking is the right thing to think for whatever you're thinking about doing every moment of the day. Get my course and learn how to do things that you want to do. Learn how to make your way the way. That's what I do. My way is the way to do shit. Not for you, for me. That's why I don't be fucking with a whole bunch of people. One or two people is all I'm fucking with. I can assure you that you will not be mistaken. You will not be making any kind of mistake joining these motherfuckers at SWU. And any difficulty, I'm only a fucking text or a communication away. Times have changed, and so have the methods to get at that next bitch. Maybe that's why so many of you have only one woman, because the methods you use are so new wave, techno game, internet driven, until the motherfucking women who go for that kind of bullshit ain't really been born yet. I know you think I'm just talking shit, which I am. I talk plenty shit. I mean, get your act together and bring the real shit back that catches a woman. We used to catch the women. They made themselves available however they did, but we used to go catch them. We did not wait for them to come and sit next to us and say they're ready to be caught. Most of you motherfuckers think what you say catches the bitch, but you couldn't be further from the truth. What catches her is representing the manliness that she's looking for, represented in all your action, including your conversation. The first thing that turns a potential woman off, is rhymes. When you rhyme, the bitch know you ain't got shit to say. The next thing to turn her off is speaking in sayings. Which show you on you well, you niggas is so stupid. It shows her that you don't know how to put words together on your own. You like my grandson who learned the ABC song and he thought he knew the goddamn ABCs. I said, no, man, you know the ABC song. You don't know the ABCs. He said, yes, I do, Grandpa. I said, well, man, say them. Don't sing them. Say them. And he said, A, B, C. And he damn near couldn't say D, but he did. So what I'm saying, he's seen he really didn't know his fucking ABCs. It's like that when you speak in sayings. It interprets to you not having any fucking thing original to say, and the bitch is laughing at you. When you get at a bitch, the best way to catch her is with plain English, expressing your desire to show her how to get it the way you want it. Not these lyrics you niggas be that's my peep on the tail. Neither of us ever caught a woman with some kind of rhyme. Some kind of rhyme was saying. It was done with straight laced game and conversation that told her that she was getting an opportunity to fuck with a real giant. Now, you know what moved this week up? We looked and acted like we spoke. From our heads to our toes, we represented this Aberdabber. It's a new day, and if things are going your way, that's how we want it to stay. That's how it will be for me, and hopefully you'll see the same can be for you if you know what to do. Now, the best thing to keep in mind is that all of this is all your time. Do what you want to do until you're through. The power of conversation combined with integrity, added to a confident motherfucker, is a fucking unbeatable combination. There's quite a bit more to come from me and SWU. Technology is forcing me to deal with, all these little things that I could add to my teaching credentials. But it's forcing me to deal with teaching on a tighter basis. We're getting ready to have video conferences, and, some of the things that are different or difficult for the motherfuckers to do or imagine, I'm going to be able to show them on the video conference. I'm going to be, showing them various ways to accomplish whatever it is you want to do. Now, I'm testing a lot of this shit out. But I'm going to keep you posted because I got to brag on the shit when it works. I'm on a mission the remainder of this year. I have a fucking tight ass system down for the benefit of those who are worthy. I put pressure on my students, pressure that would normally bust a lead pipe. And I don't expect all who enroll to stay, but the ones who do, they will walk with a different kind of pride. They walk with the confidence you get in knowing everything you do and think is on point. Street fighters always win in the streets. But once the motherfucking shit hit the courts, street fighters ain't got no goddamn chance. The shit is all on the wall, just like the dogs. You know it's, well, you do know it's shit, but your motherfucking ass gotta go up to it and stick your goddamn nostrils in it to make sure. I'm saying you see it's shit on the wall, but just like the dogs, you know it's shit, but you still got to go up to it and put your nose in it. Aren't you motherfuckers sure yet? I talk shit so fast, it's like bullets from an Uzi, but it ain't no movie. Real-time game is what I provide for you, but I'm not the one who will decide for you. listen to my videos and get it as it comes, like real men do. Make sure you represent the shit you get too. Where's your commitment to being a motherfucking man? Do you feel, I mean, really, do you feel you believe in yourself because you show you are someone to believe in, or do you believe in yourself because you say so? A lot of motherfuckers, especially these 21st century men, only have their desire to make them believe in themselves, but nothing substantial can be gained by desires only. It takes physical effort to make any desire attainable. That's what my shows are about, attaining what you desire. Graciousness is a big part of me, and I know it. I know it don't seem as if, I'm a gracious person. But all you need to do is ask any motherfucker that I didn't reached out to, or ask any one of my women, because they think I'm very gracious and too generous. There's no amount of money you could pay that would actually be worth my motherfucking time. So I don't trip on how much I get. But if you're gracious about what you do, then you truly believe you're supposed to share the truth, tenets of that belief, you're rich beyond your wildest dreams. Most people equate generosity with monetary things, and a lot of people equate graciousness with what you give yourself or what you give of yourself to people. As you all know, I pour it all out on my show, and I try to have 360 degrees of information on a subject. Even if I need to do a little research, I will. Because that's how serious I am about being real. I think that it's gracious. I think that's gracious as fuck. Period. The other day I had a crazy woman on my video spouting out how much she don't see why a hoe needs to pay a pimp. Now, I get a lot of people who claim not to be interested in the game. And as you have seen and witnessed, I'm totally away from it as far as that go. But they come on a show that they know a nigga had got pimping in him, and his fucking views is pro pimping. And why you'd expect to not hear that on a show like this is beyond me. But my question to all of them women who are, not interested in the game is, why do you come on a page where most statements or come to a video where most comments are, on the game and they positive, and you spout how much you don't approve of it? Seems to me if I didn't approve of something, I wouldn't fuck with it. Things aren't what they seem to be most times, especially when you're listening to a woman spout out hatred. Women are opposite of what they say most of the time. The fact that this one was so interested with questions and statement says a lot to the real fly motherfucker with game. This does not puzzle me, because if she really was not interested in me or the game, she would not have such opinions. It supposedly does not interest her. I've said it before, but it demands repeating. When a woman is in an element that she does not like or she does not want to be in, excuse me, she get ghosts. Period. But when she stay and partake in conversation, plus have opinions and wow, and statement after statement disclaiming something like this game, she's a potential hoe. That woman is a hoe and don't even know it. She was enthralled with each of the motherfucking statement on, whatever value this game got. And every time a point made any sense to her, she ate it up and commented on it. This is how you look and understand who you're talking to. They could be saying one thing, but be totally coming from somewhere else and don't know it. This is how you catch any woman. If she listens to you, replies to your statement, and you're talking about this game, you can have her. No matter what comment she makes, it doesn't matter. It'll be something you're laughing about the next couple of months. She eating what you saying up, or she would not talk to you. What real motherfucker who is not interested in what you have to say spend an hour talking with people who are very interested? It's like that, you know. It's like the bitch who don't want to leave but wants to keep talking to me after I done already told her I'm a goddamn pimp. And you know, she already said she'd never hoe. So why the fuck are you talking to me? Why you keep talking to me and you know I'm a pimp, want to send your ass to get some money? I caught just about every fucking hoe that said they was not gonna, you know, they whoever said they wasn't gonna, you know, hoe, I would never hoe. I caught that bitch. Why? Because I know for a motherfucker to say they would never hoe, they seriously considered it. But they didn't have the proper influence. Shit. I try to be forward and say forward thinking things. You know, I can talk about shit I did a few years ago, but I learned long ago you can't win today's match with the score from yesterday's match. Fuck that. Everything must be current, you know, and as I am. Now, you can take what I say and run with it. You can run with what I mean, or you can try to interpret it to a weaker version. You know, all motherfuckers can cope with it. Fucking millennials, free millennials, some of you. Uh, millennials feel they're smarter, if not pro or con for either. Well, I'm not pro or con for either. I don't give a fuck who think they smarter, pre-millennials or millennials. I don't know. I just want all of us to fulfill our destinies. Competition ain't dead. Wanting to be a winner is dead. You know, some of us just want to win. Some of us just want to play. It's never too early and it's never too late to pursue what the fuck your ideas are to the max. So I sit back, relax, and let the day figure out what it's going or how it's going to pay me. And then the big thing about me is I'm not in competition with any of you motherfuckers. I'm straight laced in competition with my motherfucking self. All right. I see y'all over here talking. I wish you guys would call in and shit. You know, but I ain't got time if you ain't got no nuts to call in. Hey, you guys, I'm gone.